Would you guys date a girl that works at a boba shop?
Wait, what's wrong with that? Like,
Okay. Oh, I mean, yes or no? Like, let's just say yes or no first.
a girl that works at a boba shop.
Yeah.
Like in general speaking, like we're not considering like okay, just off the bat, no.
No? Okay.
I say, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. I'd rather date a girl that works at a boba shop than a girl that works at a club.
Okay. But, okay, what if she's working at a boba shop, like, the rest of her life? Like, you don't see any potential for her
For the rest of her life?
Yeah, for the rest of her life.
Damn, bro, what the fuck? I don't know about that one.
Not like a boba girl that likes raves, stuff like that. Like you're talking about like that specific type
Okay,
of like.
no, we're getting too deep into
Define boba girl.
Yeah, define boba girl.
We need answers now.
And it's not like some ABG type shit.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like more like she just works at a boba shop. Let's just
Uh-huh.
assume that. Okay, sorry, I didn't give any criteria for this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's how I was all over
Yeah,
the place.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I didn't know like boba girl.
What kind of boba shop are we talking about?
Yeah.
We're talking about lollipop? We talking about fucking lollipop? Come on, man. We got standards out here.
Okay. Let's say she's perfect in everything, but she works at boba shop.
Okay.
And then let's say, how old are you, Alex?
Damn, dude. No, 29.
You're 29. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Dalan, how old are you?
25.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a little bit younger. Okay. Let's say, for example, Dalan, you're 29 one day. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's
In
soon.
this example, you're 29. Okay?
That's real soon, bro.
Okay. So you guys are both 29 and you are dating a girl or you're looking at a girl, you're talking to her, she's cute in everything, almost perfect in everything, but she works at a boba shop and she's 29. And then tell me what's wrong with that afterwards too.
You want to go first, Alex?
All right, so she's 29. She works at a boba shop. She cute?
She's cute, she's perfect in everything, but she works at a boba shop.
And you said which boba shop is this again?
Okay, I think we have to...
We got standards, bro. We gotta remember we got standards. Man.
I think we have to clarify first for the viewers because they're probably confused.
If it's Sensa, oh damn, bro.
I feel like we have to clarify a little bit because maybe some of the viewers are like, okay, why are they talking about it like it's a negative connotation? Okay, so you guys describe first like what's wrong with boba shop, like a girl working at a boba shop. Go ahead.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Like,
per
would you
se.
consider that a negative or a positive, or neutral, at the age of 29?
Depends. If she had a late start, and then she's still trying to get into school and stuff like that, she's working on herself, maybe, like, I'll let that slide.
Okay.
But
Okay, what if she has like no potential?
And we're 29, right?
And yeah, and her aspiration is I want to stay at a boba shop working here the rest of my life because I'm like happy. Or not even that, like she probably just like is partying a lot. And okay, like if she's partying a lot, she's not perfect. Okay, she has no ambition to improve. Like she just wants
she's comfortable.
She's comfortable.
She's comfortable,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. She's
comfortable.
comfortable. Yeah. So with that context, what's wrong with that?
So for me, right, the girl I'm dating, I want somebody that can super ambitious. I want her to be ambitious because I'm ambitious, right? I want
Match
us
your
to be able
energy.
to grow, to improve each other. And for this example, if she's working at a boba shop 29, most likely, like without any like other situations, like most likely she would probably be somebody, like you said, comfortable, just doesn't want to do anything. For me, the red flag.
Okay. Dalan?
It depends where I am at 29.
Okay.
You're outside of a boba shop.
Yeah, depending. Oh, if I'm outside the boba shop, then no.
So Dalan, okay.
Oh, shit.
So say for example you have like a lot of the money, all the money in the world. You would still date a girl that works at boba shop. That probably has no potential to improve.
But if she's like, like she's cute, she treats me right, all that stuff. Yeah, I mean,
You're okay with that?
I'm okay with that. if I was where I want to be in life and I'm
Okay.
able to provide.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
What's your type though? Like when it comes to girls, as in not look wise, but like, what do you look for in a girl?
Like they have to have some level of ambition as well. They can't
Okay.
just be like super like.
But what you're
comfortable.
saying is that like, if a girl works at a boba shop, then she has ambition then, and she aspires to just stay there.
Like, oh wait, no, you got me there. Okay, no, yeah, obvious. I mean,
Set up.
yeah. If I am where I want to be in life, then I feel like I could be the provider, and I would let it slide that like she's not that ambitious. But like if
Okay.
we're both like on the same level per se, like I'm at a boba shop and she's at a boba shop too at the same age, then I would want to see the same sort of like ambition to kind of get out of this rat race, you know? Like
Okay.
if you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm already out of the rat race, then I'm like, okay.
So ambition is not a priority for you. So you would date a girl that like has a good personality,
yeah.
but probably doesn't have like any smarts. That wouldn't piss you off.
No, that would. You're making it very hard. You're making it very hard.
Okay. What if she's so loving to you? She's like, oh my god, you're like everything I want, and then like she's always on the phone with you, but then she spends so much time doing all this shit, just being like so nurturing to you, but then she doesn't have time to like develop herself and have the smarts, and she's like ditzy with certain things. And so when you have like philosophical conversations,
You can't
with her-
really get anywhere.
Yeah, so that's okay for you.
If she's able to nurture me, like me and my ambition to like a level that I want, then yeah. I would
As in,
feel-
like, she'll cook for you, so you have time to work on your
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
Okay. Okay, well, before I get into like my thought process on this, I'm gonna first play a video. So let's watch that video.
Then we've both been set up.
I know. Pan out here making us look stupid.
He said, "Let me show you this video."
I'll get into it a little bit, okay? I'll get into it a little bit after this video, okay?
I can date a McDonald's worker who makes $5 an hour. I can fall in love with her. She does not have the DNA to do that ever. You can never, would you ever marry a McDonald's worker?
Probably not.
No, there's no probably. Absolutely.
Well, at this point in my life.
No, at
There you
any
go.
point, you'd be like, go back to your fries. But us, if we had a cute, sweet girl that's loyal and she worked at McDonald's, I'd say, bring some nuggets, babe. I would fucking marry her in a week. Men can marry a poor McDonald's worker. Women, no matter how great he is, they can't do it.
So with this is like the comparison is that McDonald's worker with like Boba. Okay, let's
Okay.
just say that that's kind of similar. So Dalan, going back to like what you're talking about, like do you agree with this? Is that why you say that if you're a provider, like you have enough money that you could do it? Because it doesn't matter. If she's a sweet girl, that's all that matters.
I do agree with this, and I think this is kind of like more traditional values and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. How about you, Alex?
For me, okay, so it's funny because like some of my friends that actually know me, they know that like I'm hella picky when it comes to girls, right?
Yeah.
So the thing about me, like I want to connect with them physically and emotionally, right? That's really important.
Yep.
And to do that, I feel like one, intelligence, like we have to be, you know, at the same level, and then ambitions too. So that's why earlier I said like I want somebody that I could grow with, and I feel like if all she wants to do, the same thing. I feel I might sound hollow about this, but for me myself personally, I want somebody. I wouldn't want at 29 at a boba shop. I don't think she wants, you know, she really cares that much. And at the end of the day, like let's say I come home and I'm stressed about like, oh, like these big problem like at work, right?
Yeah.
She wouldn't understand it. There's no way. Just like how
Just how you guys were relating earlier.
if you're
the struggles,
self-employed person, entrepreneur, like a W-2 worker would never be able to relate different type of stress.
Yeah.
So then we can't connect. And yeah,
That's
that's
a good
not gonna
point.
work out.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a real good point.
So I'll talk about like why I asked all those questions in such a negative light. I don't want people like flame me and shit, but it's because of this. I feel like I know you better than you probably know yourself, Dalan. And that's why I asked those questions, because it's like maybe you see these videos online, and this probably applies to a lot of guys out there. They probably see videos like this online and they're like, well, if I'm the provider, then I have a really cute, sweet girl, then that's all that matters. I don't care if she makes $0. I don't care if she works at McDonald's. honestly, this is just my opinion, Dalan. You could correct me. I don't mind. Okay, but my opinion is that like I see so many guys out there, the top dudes, they have girls that are philosophical and intelligent women, and they're go-getters. You don't see fucking Barack Obama with like a McDonald's worker, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like videos like these red pill videos, it really confuses guys to think that, you know, maybe if I had all the money in the world, if I just have a sweet girl, then that's fine, you know. And then that's why I kind of like asked this question, because like for me personally speaking, dude, it's exactly what Alex said. Like I feel like I can't connect emotionally that much with a girl if she never experienced like this hardship. Okay, maybe yeah. Okay, maybe one day if I have all the money in the world, yeah, for sure I'll retire her, and then she could just be a stay-at-home mom. Sure, that's one avenue to think about. But then another thing that we were talking about in our previous podcast is that, and by the way, you guys could check that out. It's the one where we are kind of giving our struggles, right? We're talking about our struggles, but that's another thing, is that like if you keep always like just have this repetitive day-to-day activity where you're just working the same thing, doing clerical tasks, you're not getting like that challenging stressors in your life. Your brain levels, your brain waves just go down. And then if I'm with a girl who she was like really smart before, she was working and she was getting challenged every day, she was using like her brain for like science, math, whatever, any kind of like challenge, then her brain levels are high. But if now all of a sudden she becomes a stay-at-home mom, now her brain levels are just doing day-to-day tasks. I'm not saying that it's easy for a stay-at-home mom. I'm just saying the shit that stay-at-home moms have to do compared to like, for example, a scientist, an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, they're diagnosing certain fucking issues and they have to actively use their brain for shit.
It's like people need to be able to connect with each other, like something that's relatable. Like you said, if you're a doctor, you know, you're thinking about like how to cure and all that. That's the stress that you're thinking about. You want to talk about that. If you're talking to somebody that's, you know, just like at a fast food restaurant, whatever, there's nothing wrong with it, but like the doctor can't. I come home,
it's
like
surface level.
I'll tell you, this issue. She's like, oh, okay, well, this guy didn't tip.
Yeah, it's just like simple things like that.
Yeah, you just, it's nothing like, it's not that it's wrong to be doing that, but like as humans, we need to be able to connect. And in that case, you're going to lose interest.
It's just preferences, because if you're a very ambitious guy, then you want to kind of like a ambitious woman in a sense. But if you're just like a slave worker that just does day-to-day tasks and you're just like a sheep, you just follow the herd, then yeah, I think like someone who's a sheep that follows the herd, watches IG stories once they get off work and then just watches reels all day, like after their 9-to-5 job, then that's fine. But we're more so the guys who are like hustle and bustle. Like after our work, we still run this podcast. You still run your Let's Talk Tea podcast, like what we talked about in our last episode. And then so when we're brain levels are just like fucking fast paced, just nonstop, just grinding, we're like kind of getting up there, you know. We're not like super up there, but like we're challenging ourselves a lot. We have to think, we have to problem analyze, problem solve almost every day. And then the problem solving that, for example, you're a stay-at-home mom, is like taking care of the kids. I'm not saying that's not hard. I'm not saying that doesn't fucking take away from your time.
Right.
But it's just like you have to just be there. You know, you have to, it's more work. It's just like you spend time, but then it's not like you're critically thinking, how do I dissect this animal for like a science project, right? Like dissecting an animal, you have to think like, this is my first time doing it. This is my first time learning. So like for my job, like sometimes I review like these engineering parts that go on cars. Okay. So I have to think about each case is different. So because each case is different, I'm always challenging myself. So my mind is always kind of primed. Yes, sometimes there's certain day-to-day tasks that I have to do, but then for the most part, I still have to challenge myself.
Yeah. So what I feel like it is because so like let's say I've had this experience, right, where because when you have a problem, you want to be able to solve it. You want to discuss with people that can help you solve it. If they don't understand it, then at the end of the conversation, you tell them your issue, and then they're like, oh, you know what, that's not good. You're like, I just wasted 5 minutes talking to you about this shit.
I feel like you've had that too, right?
Yeah,
You've had that, like where you're kind of like venting about something, and then the only response that you get is just like, oh.
Sometimes even to girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same response when you talk to somebody and all they say is like, that's crazy.
I feel like that's very prevalent with people who have like more day-to-day jobs, like for example a boba shop worker or a McDonald's worker. Yeah, for sure, you guys have different case-by-case scenarios. You have like different customers that have special cases, sure, but I feel like compared to like something where it's like super analytical or super requires like a lot of thought, like for example, people who look at stocks, they're analyzing market trends all day, right? They're looking at data. They have to have like their brain like functioning.
Yeah.
A majority of time when you're a McDonald's worker, you're like, hi, welcome to McDonald's, how can I help you? Most of the time you're just responding like that, and then you just take orders. Yeah, sometimes you have a dick customer who's just like, hey, you didn't give me this, and then you have to solve it. But for the most part, I think it's very autopilot mode. So I don't know, man. So Dalan, do you still think that like if you had all the money in the world?
All right. So, I mean, I think we might have talked about this too. There's also, what do you call it? Like, those fool or dies. You know that like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're lazy, but they have all money. But then there's also people who like are self-made and stuff too.
Yeah, for dies means like spoiled kid in Chinese.
I think for me, yeah, you guys definitely gave me a lot to think about. Definitely, I would want. Or I'm thinking about reconsidering what I was saying earlier about being the provider and stuff, because I think you need to find someone that's like able to match your energy most of all.
Because here's what I think: like, if people get bored, yeah, because like.
Yep.
At first, yeah, you find somebody you like, you're attracted to them physically and stuff, right? You get like love bombing and everything. Like, you feel that at the moment.
Yeah,
but heart change. People change.
Yeah.
So that's like, you need something to hold you guys together.
Sustainability.
Yeah.
That's the most important.
You guys gotta have something in common.
Yeah. So yeah, I totally understand these guys' perspectives, like John Zerka or Andrew Tate, whatever. I totally get it. Like, they want to provide for the woman. And they want to be like the protector, provider, and then they could get any girl who's just like got a good personality. They don't care if she's working at McDonald's. They don't care if she's a peasant. But the way I look at it, so many of the very successful people out there, they still date girls, women that are very accomplished and ambitious, right? Even when I go to like networking events with like very accomplished people.
Do you feel like this goes hand in hand, like over accomplished women may mean she's more independent, meaning that she's more aggressive or masculine?
Damn, that's a good question. Yeah. That's a very good question, Dalan. But I do feel like you're right with that. It could make them a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more masculine, and that is butting heads. But that's why I think you could have a balance. You could find someone who is assertive, maybe with their work, but when they come home, they're a loving person. When they come home, they're not like trying to butt heads and just be combative and not okay with everything.
That's the last thing you want, coming home to a fight or something.
Yeah, but I do think that maybe that's what's contributing, because the whole feminism movement, like, it's like, you're independent girl, you don't need men. I think that's what's really fucking it all up. It's not necessarily women working. I think we had some people talk about this. They're like, because women work, they're more masculine. Like, for example, Logan, right? When he came on, he was like, women that work, he wouldn't want his women working.
Yeah,
because he would want her to be as feminine as possible. And when you work, you become more masculine. So I kind of disagree with that. I feel like there's a lot of women out there that work, but they're super, super fucking nice. But it's just mostly the fucking feminism movement that's like, fuck men. Men are all trash. That's what's really contributing into it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
I've been trying to reverse it. So sometimes I see some shit like, woman. Woman. It was like men, right? All the girls like, men are trash. It's like, I was like, dude, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense. Fucking woman, man.
I don't know. I try not to be toxic like that, but like it starts like a whole gender war. But I just try to talk about it so that there's more I guess like it's more thought provoking, right? So like I think I kind of did see Dalan have like a light bulb moment. He kind of was like, oh shit, these motherfuckers were saying spitting some truth or something. But I mean, the point wasn't about like Dalan having a light bulb moment. It was more about like I got asked this question by one of my coworkers. He was like, hey, like, so what if like this girl was like poor, she works at Boba shop but got a nice personality? I was like, you know what, that's a good ass fucking question. I should talk about that. But yeah, it's all about like the ambition connection that you guys have, because yes, like it's what Alex said, at first glance this girl could be super sweet, but if that's all she's got, when you guys talk about something deep, if she can't like keep it up with that, then it's fucking hard. It's hard. So I think the biggest thing is not really like if she's nurturing or caring. The biggest thing is that it has to be sustainable in terms of caring, loving, and also connection, emotional connection. So, I mean, some girls might be like, dude, this guy's asking for too much. But honestly, that's just the basic characteristics of love, dude. Like, you want to be connected with someone spiritually, emotionally, and physically, right? Yeah. You want to find someone like who can give sex to you the way you want it. You want to find someone who can connect with you emotionally. You want to find someone who loves you.
You want someone that can tingle your balls and your brains.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, you don't want someone who's just like a fucking robot, just always there. Just you know, that's all they have to offer. That's just my take on it, man. But I mean, I think that these red pill dudes, these dudes in the red pills space, they're always about like protecting and providing for the women. But I feel like it's a little bit outdated, man, and they don't really talk about the more realistic approach, because realistically, dude, like half of the workforce is women. So we can't just provide for all the women out there. It's like a partnership more so now. It's not really like just general where the man provides everything.
That is true, yeah. And then I feel like that's what's fucked up about this, like about the society right now, because yeah, there is a traditional viewpoint, right? And then there's also like, so I feel like a lot of times girls, at least from my experience, they're kind of like, they want to take pieces of like these different movements. Sometimes
they choose what they like.
Oh,
and what
yeah,
they
yeah,
want to talk
right,
about,
yeah.
and then they're just like, yeah.
So then, for men, then most of us just confused.
Yeah, because we're hearing everything.
I think some men are confused too, because it's like men also take pieces too. I've seen some guys, they expect traditional values. He's like, no, I don't want you working. But then this guy's not even making a lot of money. I'm like, well, how much was that guy making? And she's like, 80K. I was like, that's not enough to like sustain a whole household in fucking California.
Yeah.
I mean, even for two people, you're trying to sustain you and your fucking soon-to-be wife for 80K. Geez. That's fucking crazy, dude. And so like these red pill dudes, like they're getting confused too. They're like, fuck, I gotta protect, provide, but then you can't even fucking protect, provide. You don't have enough money. There's not enough in the ecosystem.
He hasn't made it to the provider level.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I think that whole thing is like, you can only, like, men should protect and provide. The whole provide thing is fucked up, because you're saying like all the poor dudes are not capable of love then. Like the dudes that
they don't deserve it, or
the dudes that make less than 6 figures or even less than like 200K, those dudes are not deserving of love. Then you're saying like a bunch of dudes out there should be fucking single? What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, that's a real good point.
Right?
Yeah.
There's not enough to go around for like all the men out there. Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, getting back to this whole like boba thing, I think to make it more Asian based, right? I want to ask you guys, what about if she works at a hot pot shop?
Hot pot shop?
Yeah.
Depends how much tips she's getting, right?
What are you talking about? X-Pot? What's up?
Okay, let's say X-Pot. She works at X-Pot. Okay.
Well, okay, I still...
Yay or nay?
Me personally? Nay.
Nay? Okay.
Yeah.
Dalan.
Man, I feel like I'm being put on blast right now.
Watch, she's gonna be like,
what's the right answer? What's the right answer, guys?
Like,
what's the right answer?
Let me show you another video.
Yeah, what's the right answer? Guys, what's the right answer? I don't want to say the wrong answer.
Let me show you another video. I'm going to enlighten your ass, though.
You're going to learn today.
Yeah. No. Dalan, honest answer. Yeah. There's no right answer, man. Like it's like your preference. Dude, the viewers are gonna be like, dude, I feel so bad for Dalan, dude. Like these two guys are ganging up on the little kid. Like this.
Hey,
It's no the right answer.
Zoom in on him. Play the what's that called? Like Jeopardy music.
Go for it, Dalan. Come on, man.
A girl that works at a hot pot place.
Yeah, she makes a lot of money at Xpot. Xpot is this really high end like hot pot place. In like, is there only Roland Heights one location?
There's Roland, is Vegas.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So Roland Heights, Xpot, she probably racks in, let's say, $100K a year.
Oh damn.
Say that.
But is she ambitious? Right?
Okay.
Is she?
Okay, let's just assume she wants to work there the rest of her life as a waiter, not even a manager.
No.
No? Okay, what's the reasoning?
She seems like she doesn't like. She's not ambitious, and she seems like she does not have like a open mindset or growth mindset. If she's just being comfortable and stagnant at a place where like a hot pot place, you know.
What's
like,
wrong with a hot pot place?
It's not anything wrong with the hot pot
I
place.
love hot
It's
pot.
with her.
Dude,
her,
I could eat free hot pot
It's
the rest of my life.
it's-
Oh wait, no,
it's
she's
the person.
she's a waiter.
It's the
though.
person. It's the person. It's
Okay.
not where they're working at. It's their person, their mindset, and like I don't want someone that's just like, you know, that's not gonna motivate me. You know,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
So what if she's working at like a high end like Sichuan restaurant as a waiter
waitress
still?
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's like classy. Like each dish is like $30, $50 maybe.
And then she's like, "Oh, I just want to do this for the rest of my life."
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like, cause you did mention something about this earlier. Like, I think I might get bored. Like, I don't know if she's just like, you know, like same stuff over and over again.
Okay.
So I feel like it's all about happiness, right? Being together. And then if you're, so for your example, right, a hot pot or
Yeah.
Sichuan place, if the partner is also somebody that works in the same field, same industry, then they'd be happy to. I feel like they would be happy
Yeah, for
together.
sure.
Yeah. It's because they're, you know, they'll be able to relate to each other. And then if you're teaching, she's working at hot pot, you guys come home, dude, y'all not gonna click like that. At least at that from that aspect.
Okay. Here's my thoughts. Sorry, I put you guys on a lot of fucking like blasts, right, on the spot. But here's my thoughts. Okay. And you guys can put me on the spot too. Like it's not like I'm trying to do a hit piece on you guys.
Let's get it.
They're gonna fucking get at me now. I feel like this is like 1v2. I'm fucking roasting you guys hard. All right, okay. So my thoughts is like this: like if you work at Boba Shop, if you work at Hot Pot, what are you doing? What's the job responsibilities there?
Oh, is it just making your payments, or are you actually like trying to use that?
It's like
to...
I wouldn't want my potential wife, to be cleaning up shit for customers. Like she's a queen. I wouldn't want her doing like fucking peasant shit like that for another person. You know? Like I would want her at like a big, like say for example I make a big financial firm, I'm CEO. I would want her like not like a fucking clerk or not even like just secretary. I would want her like VP. She'd be my queen. She'd be like my right hand man, right? I don't want her cleaning shit for people. So it's also about the work too. Like what's she doing? You know, is she like doing this like low level stuff when she's actually a queen? You know, so that's very contradicting these red pill dudes, because they're like, oh, she would be my queen, but you wouldn't have a queen that's working at McDonald's. You wouldn't have a queen that's a stay at home mom that's just like wiping your kids' shit. You know, like so many people that I come across who have rich parents, it's always they run a business together. I don't really see fucking one is like stay at home mom. You know, like rarely. I probably see that way less than like a parent, like a couple who are just running a business together. I always see these top fucking expensive ass, like rich ass Chinese people. They're running a business together, like whole factory, dude. Yeah. So my next question, dude.
Yeah.
Try to ignore what I just said. Okay. If she has ambition, okay, she wants to one day be promoted to
GM.
having her own boba shop.
Okay.
Okay. She wants to own a boba shop herself. Is that okay?
Then that's okay.
That's-
right now
that's
she's
okay
doing R&D.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Dalan, what about you, man?
I mean, yeah, I feel like there is a big jump, like from an employee to like owning a boba shop, and there's also like different mindsets and lifestyles that both of them are. Because one is just clocking in, doing the basic stuff. The other one, you got to be responsible for the business, marketing, whole other thing. So, I mean,
As he's thinking, to touch on like what I was thinking, it's different when you're working just to like clock in, clock out, right? That's you don't really think about anything else. But if you were trying to start your own business, if she was trying to create her own boba shop, working there, she would actually pay more attention to how to run the business, and that's like a whole different level.
of awareness,
Yeah.
Okay. I totally get your guys' opinion. But here's something I'm going to say that's really controversial. I think that working at a boba shop or owning your boba shop, actually, I still would not date you.
Oh yeah.
Because, yeah, sure, you're running your own business, right? But then at the end of the day, like, it becomes to a point where it's just like very standard, mundane shit. You're not challenging yourself. And then you're doing what? You're selling boba. I mean, if she was doing like e-com, right? For example, you actually have to read graphs. You actually have to see what's the click-through rate, what's the CPM, what's the click per milli. You have to like do all this research, right? So there's a lot that's you're thinking about. But then for a boba shop owner, it's just like you're selling boba. It's not really anything big. It's not like a corporation. And so you're just doing very standard things, day-to-day things.
Okay.
Sure, let's say she makes more than 200K. I'm still not okay with that. Like, I feel like because I'm a science-based and math-based, I feel like that's not something I would really go for, because it's like, okay, yeah, you own your own shop, but dude, you have a plethora of problems that you have to spend time on, which that's probably even worse than someone who's just working at a boba shop, just as a regular employee. And so you have way less time for me. And then also, you're not doing something that's really thought-provoking. You're doing something that requires a lot of time more so. I feel like. It's probably like, okay, where do we get our boba supplier? Okay, let's find another boba supplier.
What if they're ambitious
for low
to
cost?
like opening up or starting their own like franchise?
Oh, that's another story. That would
Starting
be
their
a
own
whole
franchise.
corporation.
Yeah.
That'd be like a whole like you're moving towards like owning like a whole like company at that point, because if you just have like one boba shop,
Like you just like
no
a
label.
franchise.
Like
Alright.
to answer your question, it's not Lollicup, it's not Quickly's, it's not Sunright. Unless you start a boba shop with the ambition, okay, let's make this into a fucking chain store. Then that's when you gotta actually start thinking, because you're working with all these clients now. Then I'd be like, oh, okay. But if you're just like gonna be like a store owner in like fucking 99 Ranch Market, like just like one of those like small shops, and then just like it's like really doesn't look too good and all that, and then you're just like the store owner, and you're just looking at how people do things, then I'd be like, you're constantly in an environment where it's like small, cluttered. If you have your own office space, like you, for example, you own Sunright, and you own multiple franchises, or not you own the franchises, but you franchised out, then you have your own office. You're like CEO level now.
Yeah.
That's totally different than like being in like a small 99 Ranch Market store, hot as fuck, and then it's just like it looks like shit. You're also helping your employees like wipe some shit up. It's different. It's like one is just like you're still kind of like cleaning shit.
So here's how I see it, right?
I don't know.
If you're if somebody did want to start their own business, they have goals, right? It's not just like usually how I would think about it, like they're not just wanting to start a tiny little shop and call it a day. And also like food industry, boba, it's hella competitive. If you're not really thinking about how to survive every day, then you're done.
Yeah.
Just like the podcast we were talking about, you got to figure out every day like how to, it's not even about profiting, it's surviving. So then from there, like it's about that mindset, right? So if you have that kind of mindset, most times I feel like you want to achieve more. It's because every day you feel like you're backed against the wall, and at some point you probably don't even know it yourself, but you end up like achieving more than you had expected at first. And in that way, that kind of struggle, that even though it's different problems, but it's, to me, I feel like that's still like I admire that.
Problem solving.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's different levels of being like a store owner. Okay. So there's the one where it's like you still work as like the cashier, and you're still like the one that's like a waiter, or you're still with the one that's like kind of like a busboy too.
Oh, like usually when you see like the mom and pop.
Yeah,
like
the mom and pop. So that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay. So
Not like the ones that have like SOPs and everything that's like automated.
Yeah.
And
So
everything.
I'm talking about like the mom and pop shops.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. They probably have like some employees, but they still do some of the work. And then it's not really like a corporation, or it's not like you own this business. It's like you still have like some tasks that you have to do, like some bitch work that you
duties
have
and
to do.
responsibilities.
But
I feel like, because usually the mom and pop I feel like a lot of, let's say like a lot of them is because they're immigrants, right? They came from somewhere else, and this is like for them, they feel like, oh, this is the most I can do.
Yeah.
And then like I'm at my max, or like they feel like, oh, I'm so tired, I don't want to try to expand more. But if it's like somebody like our age, younger, whatever, right, they start a business, then they want to they want more. They want to be able to leave a legacy, or like achieve a lot of things. Because like the mom and pop, for them, actually, to them, they achieved a lot. They came to the States, was able to start their own little shop. To them, that's amazing, right? And then their kids, if they start something, they're already here, right? So their platform, it's they want to achieve something bigger. They want to improve, right?
Yeah.
So then that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Did you guys see like recently? There's this guy. He
1998, bro.
He said, "I've been working for Little Caesars since 1998, and always said one day I would own one. It took a little bit longer than I had planned." But today I can officially say I own my own franchise. Man, I can't even read it. It's too small. Sorry. Little Caesars location. I'm so excited for what this is going to do for my family and what we'll be able to do for the families working with us. So my question with this is that if a girl was working at a boba shop as like the barista, okay, for 20 years, and finally she owns a boba shop. She franchised a Sunright.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
When she's like the age of, let's do
40,
some calculations
50?
here. Since
20 years?
1998. Okay. So he's probably 40, 50 years old. Okay. Assuming he started work at like age of 18. Okay. He's probably maybe 38, the least. So now she's like the age of 40. Okay. Now she finally can franchise out. Not franchise out. She could franchise her own. So she has her own Sunright, right? At the age of 40. Is that like okay?
Well, I mean, like, do I meet her when she's 40?
Yeah. Did she already like pass menopause or something? Did she have a baby yet?
My scenarios need more breath. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, I fucked up. Okay, what I'm thinking about is, okay, she's 29 when you meet her. Okay. She's 29 and she's working at Sunright, and she's like, one day I want to get my own Sunright. And then you guys are together now. All of a sudden you guys are together, and then you guys are both working. You guys are both working adults till like 33 years old, and she's still at like Sunright working as a barista.
I never say like, oh, I'm gonna help you at all.
You got this, girl.
I'm a horrible husband. You assume she's on her own, okay? Even though you guys are together, okay? Assume that, okay? Just
I'm a piece of shit.
I mean, obviously you would help. Obviously you would help as a boyfriend. But let's just assume that she's not getting any help. She's doing it all on her own, okay?
Okay.
Then Okay, she's like 33, and then you know, soon 34, 35, but she's still working as a barista at Sunright. Okay, and then you never know when she's gonna have her own franchise. It's kind of like this scenario. Okay, so are you gonna stick around, or are you gonna find someone else?
Okay, I would ask, or I would want to know if she's doing something on the side. If she's working there, like if she's working there and she has like side hustle and something else that like, you know, that she's working on, then I'll be like, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Let's say this. Let's say she says, my goal is to one day have my own franchise at Sunright, but then you don't see her doing any steps to implement that. Her step is, I'm going to keep working as a barista until I save enough to own my own franchise. And you don't know when the fuck that is.
Like she's not investing or she's not doing all these other stuff.
That's what basically this guy did, right? He
Yeah,
just
I mean,
worked
if
there
it
for
took him
20
that
years.
long, if it took,
He saved up to
Yeah.
buy it.
he didn't take out a lease from the bank or nothing.
Yeah.
Personal loan, nothing like that. Oh man.
God damn. Honestly, I would say no, because like if that is the case, it's real. You have to have a business mindset
Okay.
if you want to start your own business. If you're trying to save up, bro, inflation's fucking crazy.
There's no way there's no way you're gonna.
Dude, in this case, you think you're gonna save 20 years with this fucking inflation, bro?
No,
I don't think you can save 20 years plus also get a house with that. I think you'll only save for one or the other.
Dude, what? We didn't even talk about the house too, dude.
Yeah, they probably don't have a fucking house because it sounds like here, let's just play again. I'm so excited what this is going to do for my family. So I think they're still suffering
in
a
the
little
process,
bit.
maybe too.
Like they're still lacking in like money.
Yeah.
So they probably haven't bought their own house. So, you know, they're probably still starving for money. So I think with that fact, then if you had a girl who's like still working at Sunright and then saving all her money to start her own franchise.
Nah, saving money for that shit, bro.
I'll be like,
That's gonna take forever.
yeah.
That's the same shit putting fucking pennies in a piggy bank.
Yeah.
I would, yeah. I'd be like,
But what if she, okay, Dalan, what if she has a really good personality? She's so loving, so loyal to you.
nah, it's. I don't want to sound rude or mean, but I feel like that would still piss me off.
No, but if she was so like loving to you, you would want to help her.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Yeah,
true.
right?
Yeah.
Then you become a piece
No,
of shit.
but
You
you
don't
can't. You can't. Okay, let's
You're right.
let's
God
assume
damn.
it's the same scenario as this. You can't help her because
Okay.
her way is saving all her money from working at Sunright
Also, she's stubborn.
and getting like minimum wage or close to minimum wage.
Uh-huh.
Let's just assume that it's the same path as this. Not that she's stubborn. Let's just assume it's the same
Okay.
path. Okay. Then would that be okay? Like no help from you. They're so confused. Alright, guys.
I mean, I think I'm leaning more towards the no, but I feel like there's a lot more like factors we're not considering. But like, off of what we're going, I feel like no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to put you guys on the spot anymore. I think I'll just wrap this up. But
Oh, I thought you were gonna play another video. Holy shit!
all right. But yeah, dude, I feel like it's a definite no for me because I feel like if your way of saving to a point of getting to that level, I can't stand stupidity, honestly. Like if you're gonna save all your money and think you're gonna make it just by working minimum wage for like 20 years and then finally you could buy a franchise, I think that's too late because at that time you're already like 38, 40. And then there's so many irregularities that could happen.
Yeah.
There's a lot of risk.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that chance where it's like, okay, finally you have enough to buy a franchise, but you didn't contribute anything to our mortgage, right? And then in California, it's very hard for us to just work and count on ourselves for a mortgage. We really need a fucking partner, honestly, to help us with that. It's not because we're fucking not masculine men. It's just there's not enough money in the ecosystem. You know, because half the workforce is women. And we can't just all of a sudden one day just be like, hey, let's snap our fingers like fucking Thanos and be like, hey, let's have all these girls disappear from the workforce so we could get higher wages. Fucking hard. How are we going to do that shit? So it's a partnership, man. And then I think that if all of your money is going into trying to get this franchise, I don't know, because I'm trying to have kids at like 34ish, and then I don't know if I want to have kids with someone who is just gonna be working at Boba shop and cleaning up people's messes and shaking drinks and having like a thought process that's just like brain levels that are like low.
Yeah.
So that's just me, but people are gonna fucking hate. I don't know. They're gonna be
No, I
like,
agree with-
you got too high standards, bro.
Yeah.
I know. I agree with what you're
It
saying.
makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Like for this guy's example, to me, I feel like he's not. The business is gonna. They're gonna go bankrupt. They're gonna close because the method's wrong, bro. The method is wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they're doing a lot better,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it's like 20 years,
It's a little
and,
too
and you're
long.
saving a lot, and then you first got the franchise.
It's
on
like
the
20
store.
years of like ramen. Or instant
No,
noodles,
it's
bro.
20.
Say that,
It's 20 years of renting
yeah.
and paying rent when you could have just bought a house. That's what sucks.
Yeah. You could have bought a house. Fucking get a cash out. Fucking use that shit. Get
Money
a
moves
loan.
right here. Money moves. I'll go to you for money moves, bro.
Right.
Goddamn.
You got a loan from a bank, dude. You know what I mean? So like, I'm just thinking like, if I were with a girl like that, and plus like, there's gonna be differences too with like ideology. She's gonna be like, no, it's all about working hard, and then you could be successful. But it's not. It's actually not about
that
working
shit.
hard. Sometimes it's about working smart.
Smart. Yeah.
So then you see all these people who like work so hard, but actually the top people, they're fucking lazy as fuck because
Yeah.
they have all this residual income. Why do you see people like fucking Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone, or Gary Vee? They got so much time to make videos because they got all this passive income. They actually are not working that hard for their business. All the people working hard are the people underneath them.
But
So-
during the prime time, like early when they're starting it
Sure,
out, they
yeah,
were probably
they
working
were
really
working
hard.
really
Oh, you
hard.
have to. Yeah.
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 But then that's not the way to become like very successful and financially independent. I would say you don't just work for 20 years at Little Caesars.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, man. It's so
20
it's
years
crazy.
is crazy.
And
Actually.
it, even I think even in California, if you work Little Caesars for 20 years, you still can't buy a house.
Not.
You'd be struggling for rent every month. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Jesus
Let me do a
Christ.
quick calculation for that. I'm just gonna have to click it because whenever I press 2, it switches cameras. Okay, so there's 2080 working hours in a year if you work full time. Okay, let's just assume that. Okay, so
No sick day. I mean, yeah.
yeah, let's times that by, let's say what minimum wage is 15. Let's
Oh,
give
yeah,
you
he-
a little bit better.
He doesn't even
Sick.
get like benefits, huh?
Let's say you're shift
Yeah.
lead. You're shift lead, okay? You get $18 an hour, okay? Because you're shift lead. You worked there for 20 years, okay? Now you make 37K, okay?
That's so depressing.
So
like,
times 0.75, because probably 25% taxes, all that shit. You get 28K, okay? Let's say minus like 12K because you spend probably 1K a month, okay?
All right.
Damn.
On whatever bullshit. Minus your rent.
Hell, especially in Cali.
You don't even have gas money, bro.
Minus your rent is gonna be like let's say for example you pay rent best case scenario 500 a month. So 500 a month times 12. Okay.
Damn, where you getting that 500? I want to go check it out.
Just say they got a really good deal. Okay. Okay. So then 500 a month times 12. Okay. So 6,000. Okay. So let's take that earlier number, 16,080 minus 6,000. Essentially, you only have 10K left for your savings each year, okay?
And that's
And
like
this
if you
is
don't chip
with-
into it.
This is without having kids, okay? So maybe kids, you have to pay child support, all that shit.
What happened to like insurance, medical bills?
Yeah. Oh,
Gas.
okay.
At that
okay,
point, they got
You got zero at the end of the
hey,
day.
they
They
got-
got a deal.
they got
okay?
Medicaid
In
for that.
California, right?
They got Medicaid for that shit
Okay,
now.
okay.
All right. Let's just,
Auto insurance, car, you know.
okay, they probably have to buy a car, you know. Let's just say they don't have to do any of that.
They're in debt.
Let's just say they walk to work. Best case scenario, okay?
Yeah, they live right next to work.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want some viewers going like, oh well, maybe they got a car that was cheaper or something. Fuck all that. Let's do best case scenario. Okay, so they have 10K, okay, per year, times 20 years. Okay, you get 200K. That's not enough
How much does it
to
cost?
pay off a fucking mortgage in California, bro.
Yeah. How much does it cost to buy a franchise?
Dude, probably more than this shit.
Yeah, right.
Probably more than this shit.
Yeah, that actually seems pretty small for.
So, if for 20 years your girl can only provide this much for your partnership, I mean, call me fucking crazy or call me fucking materialistic, but I think we need a partnership in California because of how communist it fucking is, man.
Communist China. Oh shoot.
Yeah, bro.
I hope, I don't know, I hope this like opens some fucking eyes, man.
No, yeah, like if we're looking at numbers, I feel like we definitely need a partnership in this day and age, you know, in
Yeah,
our
bro.
generation.
Yeah, it's not gonna work like, oh, man provided for everything. Yeah, for sure. I mean, even if you have like all the money in the world, I still wouldn't want someone making like just 200K in 20 years. That's fucking sad, bro. I'd be like, nah.
We have limited time, bro. Like
Yeah, yeah.
20 years, bro. Like, god damn. Like,
Yeah, dude.
you need to be able to achieve that shit. Like, if you want it, you gotta be able to achieve it like earlier. I keep telling like my guys from my podcast, like, dude, I want to get our shit like up and going like within the year. Like, I know
Yeah.
that's like hella overachieving, but like, I'm like, dude, I don't want to wait. I want to just,
For sure.
yeah.
But at least have that ambition. That's
Yeah,
very
everybody
important.
should have that. If
Or
you're gonna do
progression.
20 years, then I don't feel like that you're that ambitious. Think about like every day you wake up for 20 years thinking you're gonna do that. That's
True,
kind of
that's
wild.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is fucking. That's
Yeah,
dedication.
dude. No,
I
but
respect
it's
that,
like
but I
really,
can't fucking
yeah.
tolerate that from my partner. I'm like, no, like hell no. Even if I see like one of my close friends doing that, I'd be like, yo, we can't be friends anymore, bro. I'm like, yo, sorry, you gotta get the fuck out of my life, man.
We're at different levels now.
Yeah, dude, I can't stand that shit. And you're the average of the 5 people you spend around yourself around with. And then so if your wife is like that, or if your best friend is like that, oh shit, man. I mean, it's not even about like gender roles at that point. It's just like the average of the 5 people you spend your time with. And I can't see like how people like John Zerka or Andrew Tate, like they're like high up there with like their finances, but then they're okay with like someone working at McDonald's. That's weird and contradiction, man. That's weird. But anyways, yo, this podcast is getting long as fuck, so I'm just gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching the Controvert podcast. Let us know about your guys' boba journeys or whatever like you guys think for like boba preferences. What is maybe like your favorite boba, man? Fuck.
Favorite store.
What's your guys' favorite boba?
Boba itself?
Boba, yeah.
Fuck, dude. Recently I've been on this Wushiland ice cream milk tea.
Oh, dude, I don't like
what?
Wushiland, man.
You don't like
Fucking,
Wushiland?
I don't know.
I gotta go.
I never had Ushiland.
Because they closed down the one in Roland.
Oh, where's the closest
This-
one?
In 66.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's this place called Gumo.
Gumo?
Yeah, it's kind of like Omomo.
Uh-huh.
Omomo is in like Chino Hills, but like Gumo is like probably better than that.
Okay.
I feel
Where's
like
that one at?
It's like in Walnut, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Yeah, check that
Yeah,
one
bro.
out.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like it's just one store, but yes.
Okay.
So that owner, I would not date her. Okay. That's
Unless
another
she
thing.
starts, you
Okay,
know,
that's
like
another thing.
expanding.
Quick
She
point.
actually looked at the video. Oh, damn, I thought he was cute.
Okay. That's another thing. The owner is a barista as well.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, like she has multiple roles. So I wouldn't want like, yeah, you own the store, but you're also the barista. It's like you're shaking drinks, making shit, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, wait, Dalan, what's yours? What's your favorite? Last one before we finish this.
I just like jasmine green milk tea.
From where? Which store? Just anywhere?
There's like a boba time, the BT Cafe in
What
Rolling
the
Heights.
Fuck, you like
yeah.
boba time?
Wow.
It's pretty
Oh.
You ever like Quickly and Lollipop?
What the hell?
good. Yeah. I'm fucking with you.
Damn, you also go to Panda Express?
Hey, I go to Panda Express. Like,
Yo, actually,
you guys see my
sometimes-
fucking story.
Sometimes. They say that you're
I
a
love
dirty
Panda
Asian
Express.
if you go to Panda Express.
Dude,
Sometimes I like
I'm
to
a
be
dirty
dirty.
Asian then.
Like I don't care what people say, like it's fake food, like fake Chinese food, but I fucking love that shit, man.
Yeah, it's something you know.
Dude,
Damn,
I
this is
don't know.
hella overpriced, but fuck.
it's weird. When I was in Taiwan, like I fucking crave Panda Express so much. I was like, dude. And the first thing I got when I came back from Taiwan after 2 years, Panda Express. Fucking
God
crazy.
damn.
When you had authentic Taiwanese food, he's like, no, I want that fake shit.
I miss my fortune cookie.
Oh my god. All right, man. Well, we're gonna log off here. We'll see you guys next time on Controvert Podcast. Make sure to like this video, subscribe. Later.
See y'all.
Later.